Hello, my name's Linda Hardesty, and I'm Chief Analyst for Communications Technologies at Fierce Network. I'm here today with Juho Sarvikas, CEO of Inseego. Welcome, Juho.
Thank you for having me, Linda.
So you're coming up on your first anniversary at Inseego. Could you perhaps share what initially attracted you to the role and how, after a full year, you feel the job is mapping to your expectations?
First of all, I want to say that it's been an absolutely fascinating year. There were really three reasons why I decided to take the opportunity to lead Inseego in this new chapter. First of all, the market opportunity. Prior to joining Inseego, I was the president for Qualcomm North America, where one of the key initiatives we had was to advance the take-up of 5G. And as it turns out, the real new use case for 5G really is in wireless broadband. The market opportunity is still early. Believe it or not, we've been talking about FWA for quite some time. But from my perspective, it's early days and the real adoption is only going to start accelerating now, particularly in the enterprise place where we're positioned. So the first reason why I decided to join the company was really the attractive opportunity that I see out there. Secondly, Inseego used to be my customer. So I actually know the company pretty well and its capabilities. And if you look at what Inseego has been doing over the past 25 years, it's really about leading the latest and greatest when it comes to cellular wireless technology. And that's even more relevant now than it was 25 years ago when the company was initially founded. And then third, I spent 2 decades around the wireless ecosystem. I have a pretty good view on what the opportunity looks like, how to address it, and overall how to go and trigger this new growth journey for Inseego. Since I joined, I met a lot of our customers, existing and new prospective ones, and I'm super encouraged on how that opportunity and the strategy that we have in place has been validated and how well it resonates with the marketplace.
Great. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you inform your strategy?
Our strategy is based on three fundamental growth vectors. First of all, mobile, or commonly known as hotspot. This is actually a category that Inseego invented. We call it MiFi. MiFi is broadly synonymous to hotspots out there if you go in US, talk to consumers or talk to our channel partners or the carriers. We are going to reinvent the category. We will reestablish hotspot as a mobile router. It will leverage the same great enterprise-grade solution that we have in our FWA portfolio. And with that, we will have a unique proposition where our hotspots can be sold to both enterprise and consumer. So regardless of your end market, Inseego can be your vendor of choice. And with that, we aim to consolidate the hotspot market here in North America. Second, FWA. And when I say FWA, it's not just any FWA. I'm talking about enterprise-grade FWA. We have Inseego Connect, which is our unique cloud management platform. The team has done an amazing job in developing a broad hardware portfolio and associated router OS, where our enterprise FWA solutions are really unique. They also do a unique job in eliminating the trade-off between easy to use consumer grade white label products and enterprise grade too difficult to use 5G routers that are out there today. So with Inseego, you can hit best of both worlds. And then third, equally importantly, transforming into a solutions company. Inseego Connect that I just mentioned is our cloud management platform that enables you to manage a large fleet of deployments, whether it's mobile hotspots or fixed wireless access as an enterprise end user or as a channel partner of ours. You can use Inseego Connect to manage a broad deployment. We've also invested deeply in creating APIs to enable our partners to go to market in novel ways. If we execute across all of these three growth verticals that I mentioned, we will be uniquely positioned as we integrate hardware, network management, and software into a single platform that enterprises, carriers, MSOs, MSPs, and VARs can build their wireless practice on.
Yeah, it seems like Inseego is really focused on enterprise FWA. Uh, why is that?
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement. The gold rush in FWA initially was into consumer. But I think what the discovery there was that consumer households, they consume a lot of data. It turns out that enterprises consume only 1/8 of the data. And of course, enterprises, you can command a higher ARPU. So you can recover more revenue and more profit margin from an enterprise segment as opposed to a consumer segment. So from a carrier or any other ecosystem player who wants to capitalize on the massive opportunity of fixed wireless access, you really want to prioritize enterprise where you can drive profitability. The insight that we have in the market opportunity is that the carriers are the ones who are now driving large scale deployments in SMB and moving to upmarket. You have either white label consumer grade FWA products that you can deploy, but you cannot manage. They do not meet your security expectations or any of the needs that even an SMB, let alone a large enterprise, would have. On the other end of the spectrum, you have very expensive, high TCO, cumbersome solutions that you can deploy that really require a super user to be able to make them function for the use case you had in mind. Our job here is to bridge the gap. We will deliver an uncompromised enterprise-grade solution that is easy to use, easy to manage, and cost-effective to deploy. And again, going back to enabling our partners, whether it's the large carriers, the MSOs, or the MSPs or the VARs to build their wireless practice, we want to be that partner of choice, and we think we can do an excellent job in the enterprise end market.
What progress are you seeing in the execution of this strategy?
I'm actually really happy how the team has been able to deploy what we said we would do at the beginning of the year. If we start with MiFi or the hotspot category, I'm very happy on the progress that we've done when we reset the roadmap, we redefined the value proposition, and we really set new priorities on how we're going to go and consolidate the category. We announced already earlier in the year that we have won a new large tier one carrier customer here in North America. That is huge in itself. A bulk of the market is served through the carriers, and we see opportunity to expand beyond that. But really happy about the early, I would say, very material success when it comes to the mobile category. Meanwhile, in fixed wireless access, our FX4100 with our existing large partner T-Mobile, or I should say T-Mobile for Business, where we have a joint, really honed in product and go-to-market strategy for their enterprise and SMB segment. The success that we've seen, including Q3 this year, has been extremely encouraging. At the same time, we just announced the FX4200, which is important in two ways. Think of this as a big brother to the FX4100 that we already have in the marketplace today. First, it allows us to cater for a larger, more complex enterprise. It also enables us to deploy for more new use cases, such as failover. Let's say that you have a cable or a fiber already going to the premises. Now we can provide a failover use case for you, in addition to primary 5G connectivity, where the 4100 is doing a great job today. It will also expand our presence in the tier one carriers, and watch this space as we enter the MSO and the MSP community.
Well, it sounds like you're excited about the future. You've been talking some about the new hires. What else is next for Inseego in 2026?
I really think we need to now focus on execution. So the strategy that we've laid out, the wins that we've already secured, the pipeline that we have, now it's really a matter of doing a great job for our existing and new customers, whether it's a matter of launching the new tier one carrier across both hotspot and FWA, or opening up those new markets with the FX4200, like I was mentioning, or continuing to expand and innovate both on our mobile and FWA portfolio. Super happy about the strategy and the roadmap that we have for growth. So 2026 is really about converting and capitalizing on that opportunity and the great foundation that we've laid already in 2025.
Okay, well, best of luck to Inseego for 2026, and it was so nice talking with you, Juho.
Thanks so much, Linda. Really appreciate your time.